Blyth test route, 1st of July 2024. Subscribe! Original audio removed for data protection reasons. Yes, it's the director's cut again. You're going to listen to my dulcet tones for the next 39 minutes and 21 seconds. My name's Ryan. I'm a driving instructor, and this is a Blyth test route. Should we just refer to the person doing this test throughout this? I think we should. Yeah, there's one major on this and there's 8 minors. I wonder if you can spot the first minor. What's happened is the windscreen wipers become locked up. Now, a solution to this is just wash and clean the front windscreen on the way around the corner. Just a quick trip of the fingers and it'll reset it. So that's first minor there. Just being aware of being in control of the car and use of the instruments in the car. Sometimes this is quite difficult. Sometimes people do get confused with the show me, tell me questions. It's probably a video I might make in the future, even though there's like, what, 1 billion TikToks on it. But being familiar with all the buttons in the car is something I've mentioned once before. If in the background you hear me drinking or you hear some cats, that's because I'm recording it in my living room watching France versus Belgium, and it's 6:20 before I put this up. Probably uploaded online by about 9 o'clock tonight. I always put them on the day of they're done if I can. See what I can do about things. Recording this raw, no edit, just what I see. So there she goes. She's got the wipers working there, and we're just following a basic route straight out of the test centre. Probably going on to Cowpen Road. There you go. She's done the wipers now. Absolutely fine. And that wasn't the show me, tell me question. That was her just resetting the wipers. So she might get something else. I don't know what she's going to get. I've got no idea. If we don't see it, it's probably because we've got open and closed the window, or we might have put the headlights on, or you get the idea. Have a look at show me, tell me. Familiarise yourself with those questions. Normally, coming to stop on the left-hand side. We've seen this before. We've seen this the other day. I think this is a very similar route to one that happened the other day, actually. Kind of know what's going to happen here, though. I'm not going to put the rear camera on for all of these stops. Don't really see the point in it. Observation, observation, observation. Don't say it again. Observation, blind spots, checking, identifying, making sure it's nice and safe for you to move off. All the pretty little things that you need to be doing in your pretty little world. That includes the boys. We're just following the road. Somebody pulled off there. Probably another person on a driving test. I'm just going to watch this through, see what happens. The mistake that is made is actually not necessarily a big one, but you'll see it straight away. I'm currently making a video of 10 fails in Blyth, all the bits in Blyth where people become unstuck. Little things. The thing is with this one, this fail on this one, I think it deserves a video all by itself. The position that this person failed in is a common sort of accidental fail, and it's misdirection. It's not like the examiner goes out the way to mislead the person who's doing the driving test. It's all to do with your perception of those 2 roundabouts and following a lane. You'll see it. You kind of get what I'm going on about straight away there, probably. Just stopped on the left there. That's move off when you're ready. Move off when it's appropriate. Something like that. Never move off when it's safe. Ooh, nearly come a cropper with the dustbin wagon taking off there. Always be aware of workers there. That was a bit close. That would have been a minor, probably. Perception, planning. And this isn't a dig at the person. If you're watching this, by the way, the person who did this driving test. This isn't a dig at you. This is me describing what's happening as you drive. It's not necessarily feedback. It's nothing bad about your driving. It's about what I'm observing as you do it. So don't get upset by some of the things that I might be saying about what's happened during the video. I hope that everybody understands that as well. This isn't a go at the person doing the test. This is my observations of what's happening and describing things that can happen on this test. Careful on the right hand side, people coming out of Asda. Might have said that one on the last one. All the way down Cowpen Road, all the way down to the double roundabout, and being aware of what happens on this double roundabout, probably in about 4 or 5 minutes time. Remembering you can turn right here, you can turn in the shops, you can turn right at the car wash. Went through this on the last one. Pretty much, I've not seen anybody do that for a while. We're just going to follow the road. 3 options at the end of Cowpen Road. Turn left all the way down the Spine Road, the A189, all the way down 3 Horseshoes or even the Hospital Junction. Going straight on Bebside and using Furnace Bank, or turning right up towards Bedlington Spiral, or even up to a little bit further up to east-west Sleekburn or west-east Sleekburn or whatever it's called. I think there's a couple of people that might laugh at that because they live up there. Yeah, we're just following the road nice and easy, 30 miles an hour all the way through here. Probably looking in the bottom corner there. On the bottom left, it tells you the speed that we're doing. Probably on the clocks 27, 28, something like that. And probably even possibly 29. I always feel sorry for people who get a little bit unstuck, a little bit nervous. Try to relax people as much as I can, talk to them, understand what's happening. I failed once. Not everybody passes first time. It takes a couple of goes sometimes. You want to be as prepared as much as you can. Watching my videos, if it helps you, even 1%, even 0.5%, great. If you're just watching it and it doesn't make a lot of sense to you, go out and drive it. Go out with your instructor and drive the routes. Go out and do test routes, even if it means doing an extra 10 hours, even if it means that you're doing mocks tests. Somebody went into McDonald's there. McDonald's has been closed for like a month. Somebody will correct me, 6 weeks. It's supposed to open tomorrow. I don't think it will. We'll see. But somebody tried to get in McDonald's there. Yeah, go through it with your instructor. Understand this way of driving. Even if you're just doing the big stuff, you should be doing mock tests because DVSA recognise that we should be doing mock tests. This is the point where you shouldn't block the junction on the left-hand side, being careful, dealing with these traffic lights, watching the light, not necessarily the person in front of you, being aware. Nice gap opening up there, Mr. Person or Mrs. Person or Ms. Person. Miss Person, I think, on this one. Ms. MS. Looking down the road, identifying, being careful, understanding what's happening in front of you. The sat-nav here will say in 300 yards, going second exit across the roundabout, something like that. Examiner will always say straight on at the first one, turning right at the second. Nothing wrong with repeating that back to the examiner. Now put the rear camera on here, I think. We're going straight on and I know which way we're going. Yeah, if we're going straight on and turning right, which is what we're doing, we're already in the wrong lane. And the reason for that is you've got to imagine that the lanes in front of you here are extended back through the other roundabout. So if we're turning right and you're in the wrong lane, deliberately or intentionally, just follow the road ahead. You can't go to the right. It's impossible because you're in the wrong lane. You would get a change of speed, change of direction, major, a serious or dangerous error. There we go. We've moved to the right, so there's your error. You know it was happening. You know people do this. And then where that line is there, get back in the left-hand side. You're leaving the roundabout. Get back to the left. And she's got a signal on. See on the camera there was a guy on the left-hand side. Possibly a double serious there. Change speed, change direction, maybe unhinged by it. Maybe missed the instruction. There's a possibility she missed the instruction, turning right on the roundabout. If you're in the wrong lane. If you are in the left-hand side, just go straight on. Nothing wrong with that. Examiner will redirect you. Join the highway. Building up here, and she's a bit slow. You want to be doing at least 50. Definitely a minor there. You want to merge into this traffic. She's getting up now. She's doing a bit faster, but person's doing a bit faster, should I say. But yeah, you've got to join a little bit quicker than that, I'm afraid. I think she knows that. There's no cat's meowed for ages, haven't they? Now we're going straight on here. We're missing Bedlington Spiral. So the sat-nav would have said something like bear right. What it means is that you're taking the right-hand side. It's because of the way the build is in the map, in the sat-nav. The examiner will just overrule it and say just continue along the highway or continue along the dual carriageway. We don't go up to Ashington, so we will be leaving at this one. If you do not leave at this junction, they will take you all the way up to the top of Ashington and bring you back through Sleekburn, which isn't fun. Just follow the sat-nav. Coming off at this one. And probably turning right at the top. Remembering this isn't a roundabout. This slip road is left or right. There we go. So you think it could be a roundabout, but it isn't. It's just a T-junction, effectively a one-way give-way T-junction. T-junction? Is that appropriate? Maybe not. Maybe somebody can correct. If you got any comments about this, correct us. I don't mind being told I'm wrong or right or whatever. What irritates me is somebody's telling me that I'm wrong, but it's quite clear that the highway code states something that I know is correct. That makes sense? Turning right here, whenever going to Camis, I once saw somebody going to Camis, they take you around long way, turn you around at the roundabout, something like that. Coming in at east Sleekburn, east-west Sleekburn. Some people like that, probably find that funny. 20 miles an hour, new house is being built on the right-hand side. 20 again, reminder. She's doing 19, 20 there. Probably 22 on the dials. Be very careful. Be careful coming through here. Following it around. Sometimes you get you to stop and start and all sorts along here. Long test this one. Possibility got stuck in traffic at the end. Or something's happened en route. No idea, because I'm watching this live with you guys. Watching it live. I'm watching it as is. That's all 20 through there. Well done. Now back to 30. Back over the spine road. Bit of a drink there. Anybody watched Glastonbury? Do you think that Shania Twain should have been replaced by Avril Lavigne? Controversial. Maybe. Sometimes you get your stop-start. Remember, it's just 30 all the way through. It might seem like it's a bit slow, but she's probably got about 26, 27, 28 on the dials. When I say the dials, the speed in front of her. Oh, coming to a stop on the left. Being aware of the driveways on the left-hand side. Don't hit the curb. All four wheels on the tarmac. Let's have a look, see what she's doing. Moving off, right, okay. So nothing to... This is just a stop-start, blind spot check, position check, making sure you're doing all the right things, observational game. A couple of different options here, turn left, turn right, things like that. Probably because I know where she does the manoeuvre, going straight on. And this is potentially where she's probably going to get stuck, I would have thought. Because I think I know what's going to happen. Moving away. Oh, cut across. Thank you very much, mister. Possibly a minor there. And one of my cats knocking something over. Probably a minor there. Maybe a little bit of hesitation, minor. But being aware of the hazard, potentially, of the van. Don't quite know why the van did that. Again, answers on a postcard. Put something in the comments if you think. What do you think about it? How do you feel about this drive? Tight corners, these coming up. Super careful on these corners. Super careful with the pedestrian refuge in the middle. School crossing patrol sign. Bringing it round. Careful that people are stopped. And there's the answer of why we are probably going to have to wait. L train. Oh, I wonder what happened on the left hand side. Somebody dropping into a bus stop. Naughty, naughty. Can't park in bus stops. I wonder why they did that. If somebody was tailgating you, behind you, and decided for someone on... Somebody's knocked someone off. Thank you, Queenie. Queenie's one of my cats, if you're interested. I've got 8 cats. You could say I've got an octopus. Anyway, I digress. If we've got somebody that's tailgating, you're going into a bay on the left-hand side and accelerating and then braking sharply, what's the point? Anyway, train, waiting. Remember, do not go across the level crossing unless your exit is clear. This also applies to Plessey, if I can say it correctly. Plessey Road in Newsham. Be super, super careful. It's got a yellow box on it. Do not stop on a level crossing, ever. Test or otherwise, in real life. If we look at the right hand side here as well, we've got a junction on the right and those people come through. They're waiting for this level crossing. They will be aware of the train that looks like it's getting slower. Normally the freight train has been stopped for a bit, but it must be the power station still getting pellets. They get like wood pellets to burn. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? This train's deciding to stop. Oh no, it's not. It's carrying on going. When it clears, this barrier will lift. And again, it's down to observation. Junction observation. Don't run wide. Super careful. I think we're going to go on to, I think, is it Jubilee or something like that? Jubilee Terrace. I'm not so sure. We'll be moving soon. There we go. Barrier up. Moving up to the line. You see all those cars from the right coming in? Not a lot you can do there. You just have to wait. We are going to turn left. You wouldn't turn right here. I've seen some tests do some funny things, but it's unlikely that you would go back on yourself at this point. I know she's going to do the manoeuvre, so I kind of know what's going to happen. And get up to your line, having a look all the way through the level crossing, giving way to the right, but also looking across to the left to identify to see if it's safe. Eyes on the right hand side, back to the left, look for your exit. All the way through, turning left at the junction. All the way along. Lots of things they can do down here. Park on the right, reverse, parallel park, and emergency stop. Lots and lots of things they can do here. And anybody who's interested, France has just scored in the 84th minute. Imagine that. Imagine scoring in the very last minute of a football match. So I'm going to do parallel parking. I'll put the camera overlay, the rear camera on. I'm just watching it live, though I haven't added that in as yet. So, might be interesting. She'll give a little briefing here, the examiner will give the little briefing here to my candidate. That's the best way to say it. We're going to do a reverse park using the white car ahead, reversing back, keeping the curb on the left-hand side, something like that. Now, the person who's doing this driving test is only pretty good at manoeuvres. So, yeah, just being aware of what's happening here. Observations. Possibly a minor for blind spot or something like this. Having a check. Just dropping it back left hand side. Bringing it next to the curb. Quite neat. Well done, person. Like that lot. And then she'll get to move off in a moment. Sorry, person will get to move off in a moment. So we've already analysed that there's quite a few minors in this. I think there's 8, but possibly a hesitation there. Something happening. Maybe somebody overtaking. Can't see it because I haven't got the camera on. By the time this goes live, you'll be able to see that. Maybe a bit close to the curb. Maybe, I don't know. Big truck. Hello, Mr. Big Truck. Moving away. We've still got about 20 minutes of this test left, even though we got stuck at that level crossing. That stop on the level crossing was only a couple of minutes, so interesting this. Maybe stuck somewhere else as well. Just having a little look down this road. Meet and greet situations, been super careful with anything like this. At the end of this road, I've never actually seen anybody do it, but I'm aware that people have. That they go back onto Furnace Bank. I'm aware of it. I've not seen it. I've seen you come the other way. This is kind of a reverse of a route that I've seen elsewhere. Sorry. We're going to go left. Okay, fine. Let's go left. Back on the Spine Road then. I would have thought a couple of different options for this. Could turn left, go around the spiral that way, or carry on and use the spiral the direct way. The person who's doing this test, by the way, wasn't 100% familiar with the area where she was doing a test, but I felt she was confident enough that she could go and smash this. I'm still confident she'll smash it. It's just unfortunate about Asda. And 23 minutes on the counter, on the clock, something like that, just a little bit more. Very carefully, yeah. Give way to the right. And there we go. So back round Bedlington Spiral, back on the Spine Road, 189. Foot to the floor. Right mirror checks, signalling. Probably that could be a little minor there, a little bit slow, maybe still doing 30. I don't really know. I wasn't in the car, so I don't really know. I'm just following the road. I doubt she'll go back down Cowpen Road. Sometimes you never know. Big truck. Now, temporarily, they put the speed limit to 50 here. Just be aware. Now, she's continuing down the Three Horseshoes or something then. So, it's 50 because on the other side of here is Bebbside railway station that they're building. And they're going to put a bridge after the second bridge along this road. The bridge that they're putting in is direct access from the back of Asda to Bebbside railway station. So as we come under it, it's still 50, and she's probably got about 45 to 50 on her dials. Nothing wrong with that because the speed limit's 50. If you look on the left here, then this is where this bridge is going to go. There we go. I'm just going to follow the road, probably, because I know it's all been sat-nav, because you can see the sat-nav on the dashboard, you saw it earlier. possibly, you can see it in the reflection underneath that bridge, independent driving up to that point, or probably coming off at 3 horseshoes. Just following the highway. Built up a bit of speed, but she's still at 50, so she could have got possibly a progression fault here, because the speed's gone back to national. It wasn't a major, because she told us what it was at the end, which was as to roundabout. Change speed, change direction, observation, something like that. I just thought she might have gone a bit quicker. She's quite used to doing 60, 70, the person who's doing the test. Quite proud of what skills that we built up over the time, actually. Yeah, coming off at 3 horseshoes, having a little look. Probably going back into Blyth via the roadworks. Could be that the other level crossing was active, actually. We'll see. Still about 15 minutes left. It's pretty easy, just a simple left turn. You look at the sign there and you can see it's a little bit further around than what it should be. Pretty used to this area. Remember, go and practice with your instructor. Remember, this is still all national speed limit. I'm not too sure why there aren't any signs up, because there are lampposts. So I find it a bit unusual that they haven't put repeater signs up on that bit. Again, possibly a progression fault there. She's doing 30 and nothing in front of her. There's no signs up telling you the speed limit. There's no lamppost, so it's got to be national. Possibly just turning left. I doubt she'll have gone back all the way. I don't think there's enough time to go all the way down into Seaton Delaval and back that way. And on the football, it's all over France 1. Oh, somebody broken down. Yeah, taxi broken down on the left-hand side, being super careful here. Then possibly right mirror checks to get across in the middle of this lane. There are 2 lanes here. It's badly marked, so being super careful. Obviously, somebody's trying to get rid of that car on the left there. Following the road all the way down into Blyth town centre. 50 miles an hour on here. She just crossed it, so there we go, building up speed now. Do you think the roads are marked not marked very well? I think they are. I think some of these junctions and that could be marked so much better. It makes so much sense when they put the lines on and they repaint the lines and things like that. Coming down this roundabout doesn't appear on my sat-nav, and it doesn't appear on other people's sat-nav. I've heard sometimes the Apple one doesn't work very well, but being the right-hand side, left-hand side's a bus lane. As you're coming down, you'll see all the signage. You can't miss the signage, to be fair. It's not like they've hid it discreetly behind a tree. It really does state, do not go left. Unless, of course, you're one of the pupils that lives in the housing estate. You just wouldn't go. You just stick to the right-hand side here, just following the road. Because this is pretty clean, this. Just staying in your lane, following the road. As you bring it round, aim for your exit, mirror signal off your roundabout. Following the road ahead. I hope nobody's bored by this, by the way. I can't do every single one of them. I've got like 3, I think, next week. I probably won't be commentating on them all. And I still don't know what I'm doing for Friday's video yet, but we'll see. Probably. How do I fail in Blyth? But we'll see. We'll see. I know a lot of people have requested it. Thanks for the requests. I don't mind doing requests. If you've got video ideas, put them in the comments. And there we go. Down to the temporary road works, 30 miles an hour. Do not speed. Do not go over 30. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200, please. People have failed along here, going past the 30, still thinking it's 50 and increasing. Remember, it's 30. Nothing else. All the way back down to the test centre. About 10 minutes left, 9 minutes. Remember that 20 is the advisory, because it's not in a red circle. However, it's probably a decent advisory. I'm not too sure when they're opening this flyover. I thought it was going to be like 3 weeks ago. I'm not too sure, because they finished this roundabout by the looks. The signage has gone up and the concrete's gone in. Somebody in construction can tell me why they put concrete on the inside. Up into the left. So we're going down into Plessey Road, probably over the level crossing. Maybe it was just a long route. Maybe it was just a 39-minute route, maybe. I don't know. Because the level crossing thing was only a couple of minutes. The manoeuvre, half a minute, maybe 30 seconds. I haven't really lost that much time. It's definitely not a 30-minute route. I'm just following it round. Remember that you've got these two daft little mini roundabouts that you've got to slow down for and keep your position in the road. Don't clatter over the top of them. You've got to treat them a bit like speed bumps in a way. There we go. Decent. Yeah, like that. Little mirror check on the exit. Just make sure your position. Steering around it. Turning the wheel. Probably heard that. Turn the wheel. Being aware of this one going a little bit wide at the left. You've got priority because there's nothing on your right hand side. There we go. He's got to give way to you. You're on his right side. Following the road. 3 points for the person parked on the junction. Not literally. I'm just thinking scores. A little bit wider there for the van. Just being aware of what's happening. These lanes are a little bit tight when you come down here, especially if you've got a bus coming the other way like it's just happened. Just being aware of your space, building a bit of space up, looking for anybody walking around or anybody going up to the car, opening the doors, anything like that. Just being aware of it, bending it round the right. Oh, a little bit of roadworks now. Not been around here for maybe 2 or 3 days, so they keep changing everything. So they've been told already which way she's going at this roundabout. I thinned it out a little bit there. Probably second exit on the right hand side. Yeah, it's on the right hand side, following Plessey Road all the way in and all the way down. Just following the road. Meet and greets, stop starts. They put a temporary crossing on here. I think they're going to put a proper crossing on this. This used to be where the old Blyth railway line used to be, if anybody's interested. Blyth railway station was where Morrison's is. Went into town actually today. I didn't ride in the back of this car this time. Went into town and they've been doing that bus lane, bike lane thing. It's a mess. Absolute mess. What on earth are they playing at? Somebody must be held accountable to that. A lot of money for nothing. You're just looking around, you just think, what a waste this is. Fair enough with the cinema and the arts centre and all. I agree with that, but you've got a perfectly good building that's starting to rot away that had people inside it. Turn it into something. Somebody must own it. Sorry, I'm getting political now. Just following Plessey Road all the way down. I can wave to one of my pupils as we go past here. Which is a little bit further up. Actually, I've got 3 somewhere around here. Just covering Northumberland automatic if anybody's interested. I don't do manual. I've got somebody who does do manual who works with me. He actually gives me all of my autos or gives me automatic contacts. He's got quite a waiting list as my manual. I've got quite a waiting list as well. Just following the road all the way along. Red car. Just being careful. Watching what's happening all the way back down the test centre. Lots of meet and greet. Coming up to this roundabout. This roundabout, sometimes you can't see what's happening on the right hand side because there's a pedestrian refuge in the middle of the entrance to the roundabout, so it's quite difficult. Sometimes you get misled. That makes sense? Yeah, maybe. Sort of. Yeah. Following the road. Sometimes you get buses, sometimes you get cars, vans, all sorts along here. I wish my cats had stopped fighting. You must have heard that one. Did you hear that one? Somebody should tell them off, shouldn't they? And just following the road, just all the way down, all the way in. It's been pretty empty this, I must admit. It's been pretty safe. Oh, going to stop. Little stop on the left-hand side for good measure, maybe blind spot checks, stuff like that. Maybe getting rid of the car. Might have been a car tailgating, I don't know. Move off when you are ready. A bit tight there, be careful of the door. All the way down. Remember, there's a little zebra crossing down here. I remember there's then a crossroads and it's completely blind on both sides. If it's blind, stop at the line. Oh, my Alexa just bing bonged. You probably heard that. What have we got? Have you ever tried this? Alexa, I love you. Thanks for saying I love you. You're just as sweet as the wine. Know that I'll be there for you. As always, your trusty AI. Like that. Oh, I think it's funny. My mum told me about that one. Following the road, you've probably seen turning left there. Again, it's completely blind. Almost stop at that. Saw the learner car coming towards us. Use a bit of the bay. There's nothing wrong with going into these parking bays if it isn't safe and necessary and is empty. Following it round town centre car park, you see the arrow on the road. Junction on your left, junction ahead. No signal required, just following the road around. All the way around the right, all the way down back to the car park where you started your driving test. 39 minutes, 21 seconds. It was a bit of a shame, but I think a little bit of nerves, a bit of unsettlement. I'll obviously talk to my pupil about this. There's nothing bad about it. It's just a misunderstanding maybe, or a mistake that somebody's made. Look, you can't really go on about somebody how bad they've done. They haven't really done bad. This was a decent driving test. Quite enjoyed the drive actually. Plenty of space on the left-hand side. Seeing the fat man walking towards the car. Voila. Test done. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy your day. Have a great day, etc., etc. Bye for now.